earned this right. This league doesn't give you anything. You guys worked your butts off from training camp throughout the year, being together as teammates, being good teammates, committed on the defensive end. We got 48 minutes to leave everything we have on the floor, and we will be happy with our success tonight.
They're the youngest team in the NBA, and for many of their key players, it's their playoff debut. No better place to do it than at the Staples Center against the defending champion Los Angeles Lakers, who are the top seed in the Western Conference. It's day 2 of the 2010 NBA playoffs. As you look at the Western Conference, again, the Lakers, the top seed, Oklahoma City, number 8. The one series that got underway yesterday, Denver winning at home, defeating Utah, Phoenix and Portland, Dallas and San Antonio later tonight. Good afternoon, everyone. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand, Lisa Salters with us as well. The question is, can the Lakers repeat? Well, here in Los Angeles, there's a lot of doubt. Between the injuries and the ineffective play down the end of the regular season, there's real concern. Do they have enough to get through what's going to be a very difficult Western Conference?
Well, when healthy, the Lakers in the Western Conference have a top 6 that is superior to anyone else's. So that's why it's imperative that Andrew Bynum, who missed the last 13 games, and Kobe Bryant are healthy. Because if they have any health issues throughout this playoff series, they are vulnerable and they can be beaten before they get a chance to get back to the finals.
Now, perhaps not many give them a chance or give Oklahoma City a chance against them. But Kevin Durant is something special already in just his 3rd year, but 0 playoff experience like a lot of them. What can we expect from an exciting team but an inexperienced team, Mark?
Well, young and inexperienced does not come into play. The reason why is because this is not a normal young and inexperienced team. This is a team led by a young superstar that's passionate, that's poised, tremendous athleticism, and then he's a scoring machine. Not just all about his points, but he's a willing passer, a guy willing to make plays, love the game of basketball. And the reason why this young team, it doesn't mean so much. Very good road team because they get it done defensively. They're going to be in ball games.
And they've been in ball games all season. A 50-win season after just 23 wins the year before. As we check in for the first time with Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Well, Kevin Durant's playoff debut, he was asked before the game how the nerves are doing. He says, I feel good. He says he watched a bunch of the games last night and yesterday afternoon. He says he's just ready to go. He also said that he's been getting a lot of advice from people on what to do now that the playoffs are here, what to expect. He says the best advice he's gotten so far from LeBron James, who texted him yesterday, told him just go out and have fun and keep playing the way he's been playing. Now, I covered LeBron's first playoff game a few years back, and I remember LeBron saying that the night before the game he barely could sleep, so I asked Durant, how'd you sleep last night? Kevin said, I slept good. Mike.
Kid has amazing poise. We'll see how he reacts at his first playoff game as we look at our starting lineups presented by Taco Bell. It's the youngest starting lineup in the NBA. Nenad Krstić is the oldest starter, and he's just 26 years old. The head coach, Scotty Brooks, who's done a tremendous job for this Thunder all season long. And for the Lakers, the usual starting 5 with Andrew Bynum now back in the lineup. And maybe most importantly for the Lakers, with Bynum as a starter, Lamar Odom can now come off the bench and help their depth. Our Spanish language version of today's game presented by ESPN Deportes. Use the SAP function on your television. Bynum, the last 13 games, did not play. He doesn't necessarily have a time limit, but you don't expect him to play 30 minutes here this afternoon as Oklahoma City wins the opening tip. The Thunder 50-32 in the regular season after winning just 23 games last year. What a tremendous turnaround. And as Mark said at the top, they're a good road team. They had the same road record as the Lakers. As Durant's first shot is off, they were 23-18 on the road. Impressive, Jeff, for a young team.
It is, and their defensive improvement from one year to the next is phenomenal. They have found a way to overcome a lack of size and still be such a very good defensive team.
The young and athletic is Pau Gasol puts in his first. Gasol has had to carry a lot of the load down the stretch with Bynum out and Kobe Bryant occasionally out of the lineup as well. Lakers, meanwhile, so good at home as Krstić misfires. Lakers 34-7 during the regular season here at the Staples Center. Bryant will have Cabo Cephalosha on him. Cephalosha not known to the non-NBA fan, but he is one of the better perimeter defenders in the NBA. Bynum spinning against Kristich, and that certainly gets the crowd fired up.
You see the first two possessions, the Lakers with a mindset to get the ball to their big guys. The first time was Pau Gasol, and refreshing to see the second time Andrew Bynum making a big-time post move.
Durant gets inside, misses the layup, and Gasol the rebound. One of the real fun matchups will be watching Ron Artest guard the NBA scoring champion. Durant accomplished that this year, the youngest ever to do that in the history of the league. Gasol, nice feed, can't finish. Lost it, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook, and it's Laker ball. The length is going to be difficult for Oklahoma City to deal with.
Size really matters in the playoffs, and when you're facing a steady stream of post-ups and then second shot opportunities, it becomes more difficult when you get into a series than in just any one game.
Fisher misses, but Cephalosha the rebound. Here's Russell Westbrook, the terrific young point guard in his second year. He must be thrilled to be playing his first playoff game. His college ball was played not too far away at UCLA. Kristich knocked out of bounds by Artest. And Ron Artest in his first year with the Lakers, a little bit up and down. And in fact, Phil Jackson says the report card is still out. Here is the reason why they got him. Playoff time and guarding somebody like Kevin Durant.
And that's why the report card, the grade is incomplete, because no one knows until when it matters most. As see the 24-second violation by the Oklahoma Thunder. When it matters most, is he going to get it done? Is he going to be able to be that lockdown defender that they needed facing guys like Kevin Durant?
And not only is Durant the #1 scorer in the league, he gets to the free throw line more than anyone. Artest is a physical defender. How they let them play is going to be critical.
Oh, it's absolutely critical, and every refereeing crew sees things a little bit differently. So the ability to stay in the game defensively and not foul is critical.
Bynum misses that. Oklahoma City, despite, again, the huge height advantage for the Lakers, they're a good rebounding team. As Westbrook misses, Kristich right there, back up and in. And it took them nearly 3 minutes, but they get on the board.
When you're Oklahoma, the way you want to get Kevin Durant off, you want to take away the strength advantage of Artest. You want to have him moving without the basketball so he catches the ball with some space to make plays.
Here comes Cephalosha, drives inside, gets past Fisher, won't go with a foul. A whistle, and our first free throws. Derek Fisher picks up his first. Phil Jackson admitted, you know what? This team still has some issues. It's still developing. The school's still out on this team. And, you know, they've had stretches where they played well, but they haven't had stretches where they've sustained their top peak performance. And you look at this team, as Cephalosha hits the free throw, just 4-7 in their last 11 games. And 11-10 in their last 21. That's 500 basketball for a quarter of the season.
And that's a dangerous thing, Coach. You can say, well, we're going to turn it around, we're waiting. When you look at those type numbers, there's some issues, and they're obvious, and they need to be handled.
Well, I think, again, health, they're not a deep team anymore. So the health of their top six is critical. You take one piece out, it's bad. You take a second one out, it makes it very challenging.
Bynum comes in. And Bynum with a couple of quick field goals. Cephalosha, not a real offensive threat. Here's Jeff Green. Green, the underrated player for this Oklahoma City team. Durant trying to draw a foul. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Laker ball. Durant loves to do that where defenders' hands are in front of him and swing his shot up to draw the contact. Reggie Miller was so great at that, amongst others.
And that was a good non-call by Jason Phillips. He did create contact, but the hand went on the ball.
Bryant to Artest. Artest being guarded by Durant. Gets inside. Nice reverse layup for Ron Artest, sporting his little blonde, I guess it's orange. Hard to tell if it's blonde or orange, the hair.
I like what he said before the game. I actually walked by and he said, my hair looks a mess. I wanted to say you read my mind.
I would have said no kidding.
Westbrook kicks it out. Cephalosha can't connect. And a slow shooting start for Oklahoma City, just 1 of 7 from the field.
But they're not a good three-point